you know, when there's a point of transition, there's always that voice that comes and tells you that all those years you're living are going to waste. And the thing that I realized in all of this, and God revealed, is that nothing is wasted in the kingdom.
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Lifestyle Thursday, and we're continuing a conversation that we started with Eric Mwangi of Best Collective, and we want to understand how this vision now comes to life. So we left off at an amazing place, ambition versus vision. How do you want to take it from there, Eric?
Thank you. Thank you for having me here again. So what we were talking about last week is that God spoke to me about the difference between ambition and vision. And so what I realized is that I had a lot of training in my in the many years I'd worked in advertising, 15 years, which allowed me to market my art in a different way, which I came to realize after talking to my fellow artists is that they didn't have the expertise to do that. They didn't know how to create an Instagram page, a website, to do a bio, to have professional photographs taken. And so I realized I have an advantage over them, which I really shouldn't have. And these are my friends, and I realized that it's affecting their sales as artists. So I thought about the collective, and I even mentioned it to you, and you really told me, yes, it has to be done.
Yeah, those things of we're getting together, community, helping people. I wake up, I am alive and awake, and let's do this.
Yes, and that is how the Best Collective was birthed. So I reached out to the artists that I knew, who I could vouch for the quality of their work ethic, and their backgrounds. Just 5 of them. You
have to repeat that for the sake of especially the young audience.
Yes.
Who you could vouch for?
Yes, their work ethic and the quality of their work.
Yes.
Because the standards of art, and really a lot in our country, is really below par. And if we wanted to launch, we want to launch with excellence. So I reached out to people who I can count on, who when I present to a market, I will be confident that they will be deliver. And if we offer something to the market, we will actually deliver on our promise. And when I asked them, they were very excited and they joined in. And I have to say thank you guys for trusting me with your artwork.
Yeah.
And it was really a big trust element there, because there's a lot of conmen and people who take art and sell it and never pay the artists. So they really trusted me with art worth a lot of money.
Wow.
And we started. Now, when you start, you really don't know what the next step is. And there's a lot of excuses you can give. Where will we get a space? Where will we have our show? But God is amazing, and He brought partners. An amazing lady called Sally and a friend of mine called Paul. And Sally provided a venue, and Paul provided a mailing list, and we had our first show.
And it was so amazing. It was called The Art of Living. And it was so professional. And even for you, let me also now jump in there, it was so professional. I was so proud to share it with people, because you had a catalog. You did the things that are in my mind that people should do. So there was a catalog of all the pieces. The catalog was amazing. The location, the venue was perfect. I loved it. So even when I was inviting people to the event, I was like, and here's the catalog. And I think there was something that was doing to people. It was like, okay, so it's not just another art show or another art exhibition. There's the catalog, there's what to expect, you can see what to expect, and I loved it, and you executed it. You know, and 3 people coming together, that's what life is about. It's about partnerships, it's about collaboration, it's about lending our strengths to each other to be able to achieve something. Correct. So myself, I was beaming like a Cheshire cat. I was like, hallelujah, we did it. I was so proud of you, and I still am. I mean, that's amazing, and I think that's just the beginning.
One thing I can add about that, you know, when there's a point of transition, there's always that voice that comes and tells you that all those years you're living are going to waste. And the thing that I realized in all of this, and God revealed, is that nothing is wasted in the kingdom. And everything that you mentioned, the catalog, the venue, the deco, it's really all the years that I had been in the industry. They came and culminated into that. That is how it was. It was visualized and realized, is that nothing is wasted. And
so God was preparing you to be able to do this.
Exactly. And that was how it came to be. It's not something that just happens out of the sky.
That is true.
Yes.
Because people can see success and think that's just what happened, or we had a successful exhibition, but there's a lot behind it. Yes. And I think that's why it's important for the preparation process, people to be very serious about it. Yes. Because you may you may be in a job that you don't like. I'm not saying that was for you, but I'm just trying to picture scenarios. Like you can be doing something, you don't like doing it, you're wondering, why am I doing it? You're really not even feeling it, feeling generation, but you have to feel it because it's like a big foundation of where you're going next. It's going to, you need that support, you need to know how to do this because of where God is taking you next. So that's really amazing. I'm amazed.
It's the preparation, God prepares us over time. And the thing that happens is that when the call comes, you might not have time to go and be prepared.
Yes, you don't have time to go and prepare.
Yes, if you're told it's now, then are you ready? And for us, from the time we launched to our first show was only 3 months. So I didn't have time to go and learn these things. So we had to pull from our own collective experiences and be able to do what we did.
And that's the problem when we don't learn well. It always brings me to the scenario I'm always calling, I think it's scary, but there are places where, let's say you have a seed, they want to grow a seed somewhere. Let's say they want to grow sunflowers. But there are people who, they are research institutes and laboratories, aren't they, that will perfect that seed, maybe because it's going into this ground, So they say we need to plant this seed in X ground. They're going to do everything to that seed to make sure that when it's planted in that ground, it is ready.
Correct.
And that's the problem of not preparing properly. When we don't prepare properly, when we don't give it the seriousness that it needs, thinking that I'm really tired of this, is not even important, and I should be doing bigger and better things, now that seed is sort of corrupted. Because it doesn't form, it doesn't become perfect. So that when it's now taken to the next place, you know, or even like if you're growing a seed in a nursery, sometimes they say, then you want to transplant it. It's what you did when it is in seed format or even in seedling format that causes it to become. So that is very amazing.
Very true.
I really love that.
Very
wow.
true.
Wow. And I guess when we come back, we have to talk about the exhibition, because the exhibition was amazing. We don't talk about it now. So this exhibition, tell us about the exhibition.
We launched it in 2020, which was supposed to be a 45-day exhibition. But because of how well it was received, we decided to convert that space into a permanent gallery with the partners that I just mentioned. So you see, now we ended up with a gallery which was not even in our plan. So even now we have an exhibition space which is different because it has art, furniture, and accessories. So it allows you to really come and shop for your space, which is the differentiator between other galleries.
And that's what I like, because it shows you, you know, sometimes you can be looking at a painting like this, and then I'm wondering, where am I going to put it in my house, you know, or in my home, or my office, or my space, you know. I'm really trying to almost, I'm saying, agonize about where am I going to position it. But what I love about the Art of Living exhibition, which is still on, you can still see it at any time, you can contact any of the numbers under there, but is that there was furniture, then this art piece is placed, or the art, this actual drawn visual art, but there were other pieces as well. Like I remember there was a lion which I was really eyeing, but I was like, if I bring one more lion home, I think Alka is going to fire. But anyway, so I saw it, it sort of brought it to life. So it wasn't like there's a painting here and I don't know what to do with this painting. It showed me different setups, different styles of furniture that I can, and then actually placed on the wall, which I think brings a different kind of life to the art pieces.
Yes, you've captured it very well, because sometimes we go to galleries, and we do love going to galleries, but you're in a white room with a white floor and a white ceiling with a beautiful painting. So you look at it, but you can't really see it in your living room or in your dining room. So the point of that kind of setup was to allow people to see it. If I hang this in my living room, this is how it will look like. And the response was actually very good, because people actually appreciated the time and the effort, and they could see it makes sense. They could really visualize it in their office or in their space, which was what we were going for. That's the differentiator that we had. Yes.
And then you successfully took one to the US, because that was also something else. You found a partner who can ship this art intact. Maybe you can just end with that. I can see we're out of time, but just let me know.
Okay, yes. The thing about the world is that it has become smaller. And when we launched, thanks to you again, you made me think about the global market, not just the Kenyan or East African market. And immediately we sent the catalog out. We got an order for a painting from the US, and we were able to ship it quickly to Atlanta. And we got a picture and it arrived. And it also confirmed what we had. And we were saying, like, this, it's a time for our art to be sent out to the world. And yes, and now is the best time to do it because the platforms and between the internet and the shipping companies, we're able to send art pretty much anywhere in the world. Yes, which is
that
really
was amazing. Congratulations.
amazing. Thank you.
And I'm sure that the gentleman, whoever it was, or family, was so happy, because sometimes you can do that, then you say, let's see whether this picture will arrive, but it arrived.
It did.
And also, I'm also thinking even the shipping partner was being prepared, because they were able to ship. You see, you don't have to now become a specialist in shipping.
No.
We cannot begin to understand. We are artists.
Yes.
We are being creative.
Yes.
So the fact that they were able to, they've also been prepared to be able to take your,
Correct.
to allow your art to arrive intact.
Yes.
Was very amazing, and I think I was also very warmed by the fact that the person wanted something to remind them, I think, of home.
Yes.
Yeah, that was so powerful. Well, that brought tears to my eyes, just because I'm a sentimental, emotional person. That every time they look at that painting, they remember home.
Yes. A lot of people are homesick, and now they have an opportunity to buy art from Kenya that reminds them, of Nairobi, of the things that are unique, the things that are unique to our country, and they are upgrading. Okay. Yes.
All right. So when we come back, I do want to discuss about where art is in terms of education, because I think that's an important part, that place that God is asking you to impact.
Yes.
So we'll see you next Thursday. Tuonane. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. I am. And buy the art. Bye.